Where, boo, 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 boo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you are now tuning in to the six-man combo. Let's go. And K-Styles. And it's night that you already know it's and combo to my stage left, as you already know. We finally got it fixed. We have Senator Palpatine, El Presidente, Mad Mike Sports. And joining us tonight, as y'all already know, he is one of my OGs. He is the Summer Hill Nightmare, the foodie of all foodies. We got the Don in the building.
That's a perfect intro.
Hey, the best thing I can say right now, man, all beef patties on the Circle C bun,
man. And we have three special words that we always start these shows off with.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, would you like to go ahead and grace us with the real?
I set it up.
It's almost like a religious thing now, boy. That sounds like something out of religion. Hey, man. And today we kicking off the roll call the right way. Let's see. Let's kick it off here. We got Robert Ponder in the building. We got William Amy, Prince Kale 89, ATL Leo. We got Zay in the bag, Terry Lloyd, Jay Diaz. We got the Michael Walker, the true Michael Walker. We got Auntie Pam in the building, Trauma Locks, Yusuke Knight, Pat Norris, Bubba Gump, Kenneth Lewis, Sherman Wood, Brian Little, and Deshaun Caswell. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. And like I said, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button before we start. Make sure you tell your daddies, your mamas, your baby daddies, the uncle down the street who you thought was a family friend. You tell the crackheads down at the street by the bus stop. Let them know that we're doing this right.
Tell your exes that stalking you, they gotta make 438 accounts. Tell them to.
Them too. The exes, like I said, let them all know.
Oh, Lord.
That the unholy alliance runs wild on all these candy asses out here. Devon, appreciate you tuning in. JB, let's go ahead and cut it off. Hey, like I said, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Cut it off. As y'all already see, we got the bugs straightened out. Y'all see, for those that didn't watch the Cooler Talk show last night, y'all actually got a sneak preview of what the format of the KS Chronicles is going to be. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in for that. But let's go ahead and get right into tonight's show. We got the first down topic of the night. Want to go ahead and get this out the way. As y'all already know, these is usually topics that may or may not be Falcon related. But I thought this one was going to be pretty interesting, and I wanted to get a take from my brothers on this one. Let me set it up like this. Okay, so I'm scrolling through Twitter. Because, you need to find something to talk about. I come across this tweet. Hold on, wait. So pretty much what's going on is by NFL Rookie Watch is now considering quarterback Caleb Williams may possibly be the greatest college prospect evaluated ever.
Oh, Lord. Oh, man.
I got this. Let me start down.
Hold on, let me finish this up right quick. Now, I made a response to this on the Heavy Hitters Live channel, so y'all make sure y'all go over there and hear that. But I wanted to get these takes from my brothers over here, and Mike already looked like he about to blow a gasket. So let's go ahead, Mike. Go ahead and kick it off.
Hold on. Let me get just 1 second. Just 1 second. I want to make sure I get this right before I say it. So just give me about 30 seconds. All right. So I want to get this. All right. Caleb Williams. All right. Let me look at his bio. All right. Caleb Williams bio. So, okay. First of all, this motherfucker ain't 6'1". That's the first thing I want to say. Whoever said he's 6'1", they full of shit. Okay? Full of capital shit. The biggest thinking is horse shit, donkey shit, rhino shit, giraffe shit you can fucking find. You full of it. He ain't 6'1". 6'1", supposedly. 220. That's just that in itself. Well, we're talking about he's the greatest prospect. I know what details and greatest prospects ever. You got to have the body, the size, the skill, all that, the mentality, all that. That goes to the greatest prospects of all time, right? Yeah. You're full of shit with just that. He's 6'1", 2. Let's just give him 6'1", 220. The size ain't even good enough to be an NFL quarterback. Anybody knows that as a quarterback has ever played the game, 6'1", 220 ain't big enough in the NFL. It's not. Matt Ryan is about 230, 240 himself. He's 6'5", 6'6". Hey, Tom Brady is about the same height. 6'5", 6'6", about 230, 240. That's the common weight for an ideal quarterback. Peyton Manning, same thing. These are big dudes. So just based on that shit, yeah, you full of shit. All right, NFL prospect. The second thing, how does a motherfucker get transferred to a school and you call him the greatest prospect? I don't remember Peyton Manning being forced to go to another school because he didn't fit in or he didn't want to play with somebody else. The greatest prospects of all time stay at their original school. We've seen it at Michael Vick. We've seen it at Tim Tebow. We've seen it at Joe Frazier. We've seen it Tommy Hamilton. My bad, not Joe Frazier, but Hamilton. Like we've seen some of the greatest prospects of all time stay at one particular school. I mean, if you're retarded like Cam Newton, I mean, you got to go to two. You got to go to two schools, but that's a whole nother dimension. Yeah, I said what I said. How in the fuck is this mini midget? All right, I'm calling him mini midget because that's what he is. He's a mini midget, and you trying to tell me with a straight face he's the greatest prospect of all time when he don't even fit the criteria of a great prospect? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, some of you media people need to shine it up real nice, turn that bitch sideways, and stick it straight up all your candy asses. All right, y'all really need to be sticking that shit right up your candy asses because you cannot tell me with a straight face that this is the greatest prospect of all time. You are full of capital bullshit. That's all I gotta say. Excuse me.
Hold on, Don. Before I get to Don, this was the reference point that I'm about to show y'all right now. Hold on. Okay, so this NFL Rookie Watch. Okay, I'm gonna read it to you on the screen. It says Caleb Williams is reportedly thought to be the best quarterback prospect since Andrew Luck, according to David Shaw, former Stanford head coach. Shaw said Williams has Andrew Luck's accuracy in the build of Jalen Hurts. Many NFL scouts reportedly believe Williams is Patrick Mahomes without a waiting period.
Oh, what? What the hell?
Hold on. Keep reading. And when you finish reading this, I got to say what I need to say. And this is going to blow everybody's mind on why people thinking this way. But go ahead.
Williams has his sights on bringing USC's first national championship since 2004. The Trojans quarterback is already becoming one of the greatest prospects ever evaluated.
All right, let me go ahead. You finished?
No. Go ahead, Don. I just want to read that.
The Don is gonna sit here and play devil's advocate, which I hate doing, but I'm gonna have to do this. And let me tell you why some people thinking this way. Okay, Lincoln Riley. This has everything to do with Lincoln Riley. All right, now. We know Lincoln Riley has developed Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, kind of Jalen Hurts, because, Jalen, he transferred from Bama and went to Oklahoma and played, better. And now he's out there in Southern California grooming Caleb Williams. Now, I don't understand it, but I see what people are trying to do. Now, far as Caleb Williams being the greatest prospect ever, come on now. No. Like, I'm not even going to sit up here and even say that he's going to be the best prospect out of Southern California because we know who that quarterback is. They came out of Southern California, and that's Carson Palmer. And I don't think at this point, now will he probably break some of Carson Palmer records at USC? Yeah, he may. Some, not all. But I don't think he's going to be like the best person to be ever touted to come out of college. Like, I made this comment earlier today. Every single freaking year, they always hype up a quarterback or two or more than that, thinking that this person is going to be the greatest of all time. We seen this last year. All right. We seen this last year with CJ Stroud and doggone Bryce Young. We seen this in 2021 with Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, of all people, and Trey Lance. We see this every single year. They hype up these kids. They hype up these kids to come out of college and be like, oh, this person's going to be the best. No. I said, he may have a good year again this year. He may, they saying that he could win the.
Let me ask you a question, Don. I gotta ask you.
Go ahead.
I gotta ask you this question. You 2K style. What system does he play in?
Somebody USC.
What's that
Air
system?
raid,
It's
air
an
raid
air raid.
offense.
Yeah, it's an air raid offense.
So basically, it's just an RPO. It's all is RPO
They
and
not
throwing
playing
slants.
pro style. It's not pro
Yeah,
style. I can tell you that.
yeah. It's slants and RPO. That's the system that he plays. That's slants and RPO. That's what an air raid offense is. Okay,
Don't
and he
forget
runs around
yeah, I'm about to
and
say
he runs
chick,
option reads the entire fucking game. Now, am I not? Tell me when I'm wrong.
most of the time I see him running like a chicken with his head cut off most of the time, but I can't say you lying about that, man.
Not only that,
What?
but like not only that, like he doesn't have receivers there that have been drafted with top 15 the past couple of years. You got
Yeah,
Addison and Drake London. Come on now.
Addison just came out. Like that.
Yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm. So every
you
time
got-
you see him running, this is what you hear.
that's that's my point. That's exactly the point. It's a fucking clown show. Like, of course you're gonna get 4,000 passing yards if you're not running the ball that much. The offense is catered through him. Okay, this is essentially what the Falcons offense was, what Michael Vick, T.J. Duckett, and were done. This is no shot. But when the offense is catered towards you, of course you're gonna have historic rushing numbers, historic passing numbers, because the offense is catered around you. That doesn't make him the greatest prospect of all time at all. The offense is catered. He got the ball in his hand. He's a running quarterback. They don't hand the ball off to the running back like that. They don't run a traditional style offense. So of course you're going to see. We gotta stop looking at these numbers from these quarterbacks. Kyler Murray, he done. Motherfucker threw for 5,000 yards still didn't make it to the playoff. What the fuck are we talking? What are we doing? What are we doing, people? How many times are we gonna see this every year? Stop comparing people to Patrick Mahomes, because guess what? Patrick Mahomes wins games, and he doesn't win them with his legs. Matt Ryan rushed for more first downs than Patrick Mahomes did in 2021.
And the thing about it too is by
Okay?
comparing Patrick Mahomes is like you have to think about when Patrick Mahomes got in the league, he literally got into a league with a team that was
Already complete.
already made. Remember, before Patrick Mahomes got drafted in 2017, the Kansas City Chiefs averaged 10, 11 wins a season.
Not only that, we also forgetting the fact that Andy Reid is a quarterback guru. Now, let's be real. If Pat Mahomes would have been drafted to Chicago or San Francisco or something like that, would we really be talking about this kid like Pat Mahomes?
No.
Like this? I highly doubt it.
Mm-mm.
Like, because let's be real. Like, Andy Reid, he could have easily traded down and got a Mitch Trubisky or any other quarterback in that draft that year, and still would have won 13 games a year. Probably still could have won a Super Bowl by now. I'm not saying that Patrick Mahomes is his ability was just predicated all off Andy Reid. It is a symbiotic relationship between the two. You got to have the right person in your system, but you also got to draft a person that you can develop that can play in your system. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Well, the thing with Patrick Mahomes, he already developed as a thrower. He just wasn't developed as a quarterback.
Yeah.
He was making all of the NFL throws in college.
Yeah,
That's why I was high.
Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury, he did a good job at, as far as his throwing ability and stuff down the field and everything. But as far as like the psychology of the position, that's Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But like you said, what Pat see, and That and I think that's really what the issue is when we start talking about these quarterbacks, and especially these quarterbacks coming into this league, and where a lot of the football fans see everybody wants that. Like Patrick Mahomes right now is kind of what LeBron James is in the NBA. Everybody wants that guy on their team, and everybody is clamoring to look for that guy on their team. But like you said, in Patrick Mahomes' case, like you said, he could make all the throws. He just wasn't developed as a quarterback as far as the whole intricacies of it. But when you have a team to where the guy that you have, you don't have to rush him, because even though they couldn't really get out the second round of the playoffs, Alex Smith was the right bridgehead for Patrick Mahomes. And like I said, this is what we're seeing now. That's the part of the Patrick Mahomes experience that like these experts ain't gonna tell you about, that the Kansas City Chiefs was already winning. The Kansas City Chiefs they've only had one season of less than 10 wins since Andy Reid got them.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that, y'all. And this is my issue when it comes down to trying to put these type of labels on these young quarterbacks, is because now you're setting them up for failure. You see what's going on in San Francisco right now. Everybody may call Trey Lance possibly one of the biggest busts in NFL history right now. That man wasn't ready for the NFL yet. But he had one throw in workout, and all of a sudden you got guys like Todd McShay, Mel Kiper, Stupido, and everybody ESPN hyping these quarterbacks up like this. Even just we're mainly talking about quarterbacks, but they hyping up quarterbacks just so they can get the next Patrick Mahomes and hoping to have one. And if he doesn't live up to it, now y'all ready to throw him away. It's like
this every year, man. Like, let's be real. Like, what back then, even when in 2004, 2003, 2004, when the Cowboys was having that quarterback issue, Drew Henson, they said Drew Henson was going to be the next Tom Brady. Okay, yes, Henson did go to Michigan, but he was not no freaking Tom Brady. And I know that for a fact, because I watched a lot of Michigan football since I can remember. So they always got to chase out to somebody like the Nets Peyton Manning, or the Nets Steve Young, or the Nets Joe Montana. It's always every year they got to. And I get it. You make your comps. That's how these draft people do. The draft prospects, or not draft prospects, but the draft analysts, they do that. That's how they get their money. But don't sit here and just make asinine comments and be like, he's going to be the greatest quarterback prospect ever. That's saying too much.
Right. And like I said, even as Falcon fans, we're seeing it with Desmond Ridder right now. Everybody wants the Patrick Mahomes experience, the Lamar Jackson experience, the Justin Fields experience down here. But the thing about it is, you never ask yourself the question is even if you got those kind of guys down here, would you have had the type of team down here that can make that maturation process match the quote unquote potential?
I mean, Cincinnati, their star running back is already restructuring his contract. That ought to tell y'all how much it like. And he hasn't even got his. They haven't even paid the quarterback yet. He already restructured it. So you already see the dynamics of the salary cap, and the team is already fucked up in Cincinnati. Like, it's already screwed up. So it's like, we got to understand. Like, I understand the need for spectacular players, and it's like, for me, it's like one of the things I've always been into. I've always been into the three ball. Like basketball, I've always been into the three ball. Baseball, I've always been the pitcher and throwing different types of pitches. Those types of things. The art of the art of pitching. And then you look at football for me football is for me has always been a sinking sport. So I've always been drawn to the quarterback. So I understand why people would be like drawn to a LeBron James or a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, a Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at their games, the thing is in that games that don't get highlighted. LeBron James is one of the greatest passers of all time. Like he's one of the greatest passers of all time. You look at Michael Jordan, people don't realize, but like he's one of the greatest low post players in the history of the games. Like nobody dominated the paint like Michael Jordan ever. Not even Shaq. I said what I said. Nobody has ever dominated the paint like him. We saw center. We saw Jordan dunking on center. Him and Kobe Bryant with that fadeaway in the post. It was unstoppable. Steph Curry, everybody say, yeah, he's a 3-point shooter, but when you look at his technique, his shooting style, it's like he got a solid base, all of that. You don't look at, the footwork that goes into shooting. You don't look at the small intricate details of being a quarterback. You got to be tough. You got to be mentally strong to be able to deal with the different personalities in the quarterbacks and the wide receivers who act like Antonio Brown. The guys like Julio Jones, you think he a cool motherfucker, but he really snaking your ass at the end. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be real key. Yeah, I threw that shot, K-Style. I threw that shot. But these are the things you have to understand, you know, in football that wins games.
Yeah, and I agree, and I agree with you on that. And like, remember, I'm glad you brought that up. Far as like, mentally prepared to play that position, because today they had asked Desmond Ritter the question about is he about the situation and stuff ahead, and he was like, "Look, I'm poised. I'm good to go. Like he's ready for it." And people thinking that it's just a preseason game. And he's like, "Look, I'm out there to win. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's a preseason game. It doesn't matter if we have a 10-2 record. It doesn't matter if we have a 2-10 record. He'll go out there. He gonna give it his best."
And that's all you can ask for. But let's go ahead and get a few of these comments before we get into the main subject tonight. So, hey, we go. While I'm sitting here reading the comments, like I said, make sure y'all go ahead. We got 73 people in here. Let's go ahead and get those likes up to about 40, at least 40, 45. We definitely appreciate it. But let's get into some of these comments. Shout out to Fred Bus for the $2 super chat. He said, in my opinion, Ritter plays like Mahomes. Like I said, I don't need Desmond Ritter to play like Mahomes. I need Desmond Ritter to play like Desmond Ritter. As cliche as that sounds, like I said,
People don't think about, like, they just see the wild throws but Patrick Mahomes really plays under control. Like that's the thing about his game. He doesn't run too fast. Like when he runs, he's not running to just escape the pocket. He's running to buy time. That's the same. Like that's the same for Ritter. Ritter just doesn't run to be. So they have a controlled style of play. It's like their style. We like K-Style said. We just need Ritter to be Ritter, but they do have similarities and understanding they are a quarterback, but they are quarterbacks who can move. And most quarterbacks just want to be quarterbacks to move around, and that's the opposite. That's kind of how Russell Wilson is too. He understands that he has those gifts, but he's running to buy time. So he has that similar mindset as a Patrick Mahomes. Not so much the skill, but he does have that similar mindset.
But I'm glad you brought that up too, because the thing is, we say Pat Mahomes, but look who's working for us now in the coaching staff, Matt Shaw. Matt Shaw was great at trying to extend the plays and get the ball out there, to buy time. Like he felt pressure. All he had to do was just get out the pocket. He seen somebody down the field or see somebody open, he threw the ball to him. Mm-hmm. That's a great person to learn from.
Right. And Dre Harrison got one right here. Said everyone except for the Falcons were playing the quarterback sweepstakes, hoping to hit the jackpot. Glad our front office stuck to their guns. Yeah, that is a fact. And that says a lot more than what most people would give it credit for. It's just like you say, it's just that willingness to not be falling into the mental traps of what the media wants this team to be. And that says a lot for the players on this team as well. That is like, okay, they have no faith in us, but you have faith in us. That brings out a whole different mentality, especially when you know somebody got your back. Let's see what else we got here. Condo said, shout out to Condo. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check his channel out when you can. He said Lance looked bad.
But I'm a. Should I give my take, or should I save it for his getters?
I
I
say we
think
save.
I'm gonna,
I say we save that. I say we save that because we
okay,
gotta go ahead and
because
get into
I
this.
really want to talk about that too.
Yeah, yeah. And here go, Auntie. She said, "Yeah, we need Desmond Ritter to be engine number 9."
Right.
Exactly. Oh, what? Bring his head back over here. They gonna sneak and run. They gonna say hit and run just for fun, huh? And we got one more comment. Let's see. And Bubba Gump here said, Andy Reid is one of the greatest coaches of all time. Mahomes' unknown potential was a perfect fit for an already established playoff team. Exactly. But let's go ahead and get to the main topic of discussion. I know this is the topic everybody wants us to talk about. I thought that was a good way to segue into it. And I'm actually kind of glad Don brought up as far as what Desmond Ritter said about playing, because it actually is what the next topic is. I don't know if it says, how much do you think we will see the starters in the preseason game versus the Bengals? Now, as we already know, a lot of the media and quite a bit of the Falcon fans were kind of disappointed in the first game because they didn't really see the starters like that.
Oh, they just want to see Ritterfield. That's why. That's all.
Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to be politically correct, but yeah, you're right about that.
That
But
I'm sorry, man.
part,
you good.
that part, man.
Yeah, but like you said, I always said the first game was more so about the coaches and the culture before anything else. They didn't give everybody the show me what you got thing. Like I said, we seen it what happened with all the other teams right now. Like Kondo said, Trey Lance looked bad. Anthony Richards looked like Cam Newton. The way that he threw the goddamn football, his arm gonna fail on him after year 4. We see Bryce Young over here looking like he got put in timeout down here. We see CJ Stroud get put in timeout. Like you said, hey man, you ain't gotta rush it out there. But whoever wants to start it off, what do you feel? How much time do you think the starters are gonna get in this second game? Because this is supposed to be the quote unquote debut of a lot of players this year.
They're gonna get a lot. I was saying, I can say you can guarantee probably like the first quarter and everything. In my opinion, I think Arthur want to put them out there and see what they can do, see how the chemistry is, see if they have any like jitters or whatever they is, getting warmed up, and then he wants to see the progression. Then he wants to see how Ritter does. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, you've been practicing all season, you've been studying, and he wants to see how his pieces did. So I would say first quarter. But he doesn't want to keep them out there so long that they start getting banged up and stuff like that, to where you wouldn't heard a lot of injuries because you got to think with these being the starters, Cincinnati is going to be trying to really get at him. They're really going to be trying to get at him. So Arthur Smith's going to keep a close eye on him because he's not trying to have none of the starters miss game one of the season.
Okay. What you got on that, Don?
All right. Well, I'm going to say this, and I know it's going to be wild saying this. I feel like the offense and the defense, they're going to play 2 drives. Let me tell you why. Let's start with the offense. We already know Bijan is going. They said he's going to suit up and be on the field Friday. So we're going to see what he got is to do. And you also got to take into account of you got Tyler Algier. So they need something to compare off of, the coaches. See how we know they run the styles, but it's better to see it on the field. It's for tape. Same thing with the defense, because we got so many DBs, we need to figure out where they're suited at better. And we know how the Bengals receivers, they're really fast. All right. You got Jamar Chase, and I forgot the other receiver they got. It just blew my mind.
T. Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins. So you're gonna have to one drive, you're gonna have to have Hughes on one person and AJ Terrell on Chase. And then the next drive, they may switch them up. They may have Terrell on somebody else. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think 2 drives is good enough of evaluation for them to go into Saturday morning or Sunday morning and go back and look at the tape and see what will work for them. Also, on the side note, your boy the Dunn is going to be at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this Friday, live in person, watching the game. So if y'all planning on going to the preseason game, I'll be in the 100 level, eating crab legs and drinking some martinis. So come see me.
Just not talk about food for a day like this. Is that impossible for you?
I just said crab legs and martini, and I said come see me. I just had to have something to rhyme. Dang.
What you got on there, Mike, man? Well, how you feel about the starters?
I got, you know what I got? I got some tacos and lemonade. How about that? All right, that's what I got on.
It's funny because I just ate some tacos too.
Now, see, that sounds like a party.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh my God, man!
You ain't lying, and I just ate 6 of them too.
6 stuff. Yeah. All right. This is our resident fat man. All right. I will say it. If they come out and they look absolutely great on the first drive, they coming out on the second drive. If they come out, and I'm talking about the offensive line is on point, the defensive line, the wide receivers, everybody is on point. I see 1 drive. I don't see, if you come out and score on the first drive, I see no reason to keep playing them. The defense, I see them playing maybe a quarter. But the offense, if they come out on point, there's no reason to keep playing them. Yeah, I just did a YouTube short, y'all. Y'all did a really YouTube short. All right, under 60 seconds.
On the keep it simple, stupid side of the game.
Keep it simple, stupid. If they come out just like that, if they come out and the offensive line, the offense, the quarterback, the run, like we get back-to-back big plays, and we get the offensive line playing well, no penalties, touchdown. There's no reason to keep playing the offense. Let them, remain a mystery. That's what I would do if I was the head coach. We come out, kick ass, smack you around, take your bitch, and go home. That's what I say.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and read a couple of these comments before I give my takes on this. So
Damn,
pretty much,
I'm sorry. God,
no, you did.
I told y'all I was gonna try to be.
Man, please, but ain't nothing planned over here. We think we're gonna do one thing and we do completely nothing.
Yeah, good God.
like pretty much everybody says like a quarter, maybe a drive or two. So like I said, depends on how they look. Jamal said depends on how they look. If we score, they might take them out. Um, Miss, Miss Pam says she's gonna be in the 314 section. Um,
Yeah,
so you looking out
yeah,
for the Don.
yeah. Just message me if y'all want to meet up or whatever. That's fine.
Exactly. Um, yeah. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe a quarter. Maybe I say at the most maybe a quarter. Like I said, I'm kind of agreeing with everybody. It's just gonna depend on how they look. Okay, so as we seen from game one, we seen what the culture and what the play calling style is going to be. Like you said, now is about time. Now it's time to see what how it's going to fare out with the first team versus the first team. Now, if I'm seeing, like I said, and we're pretty much going to see, like I said, it's dink and dunk season. So we're going to see plenty of that. We're going to see some running the football. Like I said, it's just going to be about can they move the football and how effectively and how much bully and ass whooping that they're going to put on these boys on both sides of the ball. Now, if they just come out and just straight dominate the first drive on both sides of the ball, that's it for the team. And they probably might just save them for the third game to where they'll play a half or something like that.
Yeah. But you know what? It's going to be interesting because most of the defenses that you guys are going to see this season are going to be predicated on trying to get at Ritter. Period. They're going to be trying to prove the narrative that he isn't what he says he is. And the thing that I read today that was very encouraging and that should strike everybody, this man said, hey, I'm ready to play even if I get hit. He let you know right off the rip. He welcomes the contact. So that means he trying to make a play by any means necessary. So Mike might be right. If you come out there knocking people's heads off, they probably gonna take him out. They ain't gonna keep him in.
He also said in that statement, I don't know if people caught it, but people don't realize like Desmond Ritter actually played linebacker. That's again
really?
goes to that mentality. Yeah, that goes into that mentality we're talking about. Like a lot of people got to understand the types of players that you bring in. It's a certain mentality. All right. So he likes getting hit because he likes hitting people. He plays linebacker position. You got to be a little crazy to play that position. Defensive side of the ball, you got to be a little crazy. Like you can't be afraid of contact. You can't be afraid of getting hit. I'm telling you, well, y'all probably know this, but most of the defensive players don't really like a lot of offensive players. A lot of defensive players think offensive players are some punks. You know, they're a little soft. They're a little soft. I'm just unless you're playing offensive line, that's how the defensive players see offensive players. So to have an offensive quarterback, especially the quarterback that played the defensive side of the ball and understands that mentality and has that mentality, yeah, he got to be a little crazy.
But that also boils into two things. The first thing he said one of his coaches told him back in the day, he said nerves are for the unprepared. And I said that's like words to live by. The second thing is what Mike said too. If you have a quarterback that played defense, he knows how to read the defense from second nature because he played. And he gels with a head coach who also knows the defense like that. So you got to think about it. This is not your typical quarterback we got. So don't let the media fool you. Y'all need to do your research and pay very close attention to what he says in these press conferences.
Hey man, shout out to the minister Jew Talk Sports in the building. 1/3 of
what
the
up, Jew?
review. Y'all make sure y'all go hit a subscribe for him if y'all haven't already, man.
We up to 117, so let us at least get to 1 We're trying to get at least 500 before the season starts. I know that's a tall task, but if y'all can hit it, yeah, we trying to get.
We got 2 weeks.
We got 2 weeks to do that. So, don't help us out.
Well, you got about 10,000 subscribers. And we got about 10,000 subscribers combined between the two.
Yeah,
Man.
like we can get 500 of y'all to go to the Heavy Hitters Live. It's the with 2 E's Heavy Hitters Live. All right.
Make sure you put,
live
hey,
show,
hey, I'm about to say, make sure you put the link on there so I can pin it in the comment section. But yeah, like I just had the comment. Okay, here you go. Desmond said, so you mean to tell me we have 2 Troy Andersons on the team?
Yep.
Really, you got 3 because Caden Ellis.
That part.
Yeah. I mean, Caden Ellis, like I said, we know what lineage of football players he come from, so we ain't surprised by that at all. Yeah. So by matching, like I said, the mentality of the head coach matching the mentality of what the GM wants to do, like you said, it's setting up for something beautiful here for this upcoming season. So, like you said, for a lot of people that may have been, that may be doubtful about it because it's not the sexy way of building a team or having a sexy pick at quarterback. Like I said, these folks don't care. Well, Ross said, it doesn't matter what you think. And that's all. Look. God damn, y'all see this shit. Everybody said, thank God y'all back. Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Oh,
I like that.
Appreciate that. We appreciate that.
That warms my mad heart.
Now he's Mellow Mike for now.
Yeah. Yes, for now. That's when we get Chuck saying some dumb shit. I'm just playing, Chuck. You know I love you, bro.
But at any moment, he could slip to Mad Mike.
Chuck, Chuck know we know Chuck know we love, man.
But like I said, the one thing I will give Chuck credit for, at least that motherfucker don't run. He don't run.
He don't.
He didn't run. We haven't seen him in a while, but he don't run.
He don't.
Like I said, if he got an opinion, he's gonna stand on his square on it. And we can respect that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tony Hall said, I bet those fans who purchased them Jesse Bate 30 jerseys probably exchanged it for the new 3.
Ooh, boy.
Look, easy fix. Just get y'all some black paint and just paint over the 0. It'd be all right.
hey, but you know what? Y'all could also go to the hardware store. Y'all could also go to the hardware store and get you some duct tape, but I'm gonna leave that where it's at.
Hey, duct taping and roping them.
Warren, you are fired, okay? You are no longer part of AFN.
Duct taping and roping them.
Well, somebody about to get a timeout.
Warren, you about to get a 1 minute timeout for that. Wow, bro. Why would you?
And look, what you say? And what you say? While Juan is on that timeout, we're going to have a musical cue break until he gets back. Let's go.
Boy, you so wow, bro. That went over so many people's head with that. Oh my God.
And as we going into intermission while the therapist ATL sits in timeout.
Oh my God.
We appreciate everybody tuning in right now. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the Atlanta Falcon Nation channel where we're almost at 3K. Like I said, we do it. Hey, like I said, the season is starting. AFN needs to be at 3K before the season starts.
You say what I have to deal with.
You know what? That's kind of funny because we actually doing a promo during somebody's timeout. Ain't that something?
That's the first time you ever seen that, y'all. Oh my God! Oh,
I want everybody to give a round of applause to the therapist ATL once he gets off.
Right, he's the first one that got a timeout.
That boy got. All right,
man. Let's bring the therapist back. Good God Almighty.
What kind of foolish ass shit we just did?
I
took my medicine.
I can't even explain this because I'm gonna get in trouble if I explain it. So I'm just gonna leave it alone like it never happened.
You got one over there rapping samurai swords during the timeout and shit.
Hey man, I had to take my medicine, man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was funny. Let's see.
Oh man.
So we got about 10 more minutes. We can start doing a little bit of Q&A.
Let me say this real quick because I already know where you're going. Mucho, let me stop you before you get started. And anybody want to say this? Okay?
Oh Lord,
he did not have a good look. He did not have a pretty decent.
Y'all try to get his blood pressure up now, bro.
Like, what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. So, are we going to pretend as if he didn't play against third and fourth string? That's number one. But I've heard several people that are not Georgia fans because Georgia fans are not. They're not. This is why I don't do Georgia content. All right, just so y'all know, I don't do Georgia content because y'all fucking hypocrites. Okay, I'm a Georgia fan, and I know, like Don is a Michigan fan. He can attest to this. Georgia fans are hypocrites. Y'all don't know. Y'all are not in touch with reality. Okay, so you cannot be trusted when it comes down to Georgia football players. All right, y'all already saying the man got Jalen Carter, and I love Jalen Carter. But the man had one sack in the game, and y'all already saying he destroyed the whole draft because he got one sack. Like, and then we go to Midget Bennett. He playing against third and fourth stringers, and he almost threw like 3 picks that were dropped. But somehow he had a damn good game. It's like, I'm just disappointed in y'all. Like I'm really disappointed. Like we should be worried about our third straight championship, but y'all up here rubbing oil on Stetson Bennett because he had a good preseason game. Okay, I'm done. I can't do this no more. It's like I'm firing all Georgia. Anybody who asks me to say something about a Georgia Bulldog or a Georgia Bulldog quarterback, yeah, you're going to get timed out. Like, I'm going to put everybody in time. Even in the comment section, I'm going to start timing y'all ass out. I'm no longer talking about Georgia quarterbacks ever again, okay? Ever again. I'm not doing it.
But here's the thing, though. A lot of these guys, after day 3 of the draft this year, said that they literally went on social media and denounced their fandom of the Atlanta Falcons and said that they are now going to be cheering for the Philadelphia Eagles because they know how to seek talent, a.k.a. where they drafted all the guys I love. So that's why I'm going to go for them.
That part.
So,
what the fuck are you talking about? See, hold on. What the fuck are you talking about?
See, I know. And I said this.
or not, doesn't deserve respect. This is the greatest defense of all time, and you motherfuckers say this is what the fuck I be talking about right here. What the fuck I can do that shit. I could have handed the damn throw screen passes to Brock Bowles and throw fucking touchdowns. I could have did that bullshit. They gave up. It was 12 points a game. They was like 10 points a game they were giving up. You trying to tell me a motherfucker deserve?
Hey, Matt Mike. Hold on. This is like saying people saying that Ken Dorsey was the greatest Hurricane of all time, but they forget about that 2000 Miami Hurricanes defense.
Whoa,
bro! That's exactly what we talking. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Hey, time out. Wait a goddamn minute, Rondell. Hey. All right. Now, I heard you said something about people proclaiming Ken Dorsey to be one of the greatest Miami Hurricanes of all time.
Yo, some people say that. Some people say that, Ken Dorsey, he was the reason why they won that national championship. I'm like, so you gonna really forget about? Yes, Miami had a good run game. They did, and they had Jeremy Shockley and all those guys too. But they had the best defense. The best defense.
Hold on. I just had a discussion about the 01 Miami Hurricanes was one of the greatest college football teams ever assembled. They had 17 first-round picks in the next year's draft. We're talking about a team that had Ed Reed as starting safety and Sean Taylor as his backup. We talking about the same team that had Jeremy Shockey, Kellen Winslow, Andre Johnson as his wide receiver core. A backfield that had Willis McGahee, Frank Gore, Clinton Portis, Najee Davenport, Bryant McKinney, Jonathan Vilma, Vince Wilfork, DJ Williams, Philip Buchanan, them all.
That's the same thing we're talking about with Georgia. That's the exact same. Yeah. Georgia had like 5 players in the top 100, bro. What are we talking about?
We said a mouthful right there.
Oh, that. But look, check this out though. We talking about. I'm pulling up the depth chart right now. Their defense. They had Philip Buchanan, Jerome McDougal, Whitney Joseph, Matt Walters, Andrew Wilson, Vince Wilfork was on that team too. Santonio Thomas, Mike Rump, Alfonso Marshall, Antrell Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, DJ Williams, Darrell McClover, Jonathan Vilma, Roger McIntosh, Chris Campbell, James Lewis.
You just named about 15 goddamn NFL players right there.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what we talking about. We got 2 of them on our team right now that came from the University of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? 2 of them. We just got 2 of them right now. Schaefer and Fitzpatrick. Like this is the stuff we talking about. Like a lot of these guys have won, and my thing is not my thing is this. And I've said this before. It's not despite Stetson Bennett, but like when we talk about when you put players around quarterbacks, this is why a lot of running backs and a lot of offensive linemen be so pissed off. Because when you give a quarterback a running game, it makes their job so much easier. He's never had to truly take over a game. I've never seen one game where it say, all right, Stetson Bennett, go win the game for us. He's never done that. He's had that defense to like, all right, he can warm up, he can run around, he can control. What Stetson Bennett could do is control an offense. He can run an offense. He's very intelligent. But when you talk about actually being a quarterback, when you have like quarterbacking is 2 things. These are the biggest things will come down to the most important things of having a quarterback. being able to take over a game and not lose a game. Let me say that again. A quarterback, a great quarterback, can win you games, but he got to be able to not lose you games. I've seen games where Stetson Bennett threw damn near 4 interceptions, and they still won.
Yeah. Okay, so let me speak on this because
And I don't even know who the hell even remembers Ken Dorsey. He's a coach right now.
And I ain't gonna lie, like he's a good coach up there at Buffalo, and he's probably
He's a damn good coach. That's about all he can do.
As far as like being a quarterback in the NFL, no, that wasn't his thing. No.
They tried him for 2 games with the 49ers and said, nope, get this clipboard in your motherfucking hand. That's what they said. But I'm like I said, I ain't got no dog in this fight. Let everybody know I am a Tech fan. But like I said, it's just looking at it from the outside in. The issue really never is the issue isn't Stetson Bennett, the quarterback. It's certain Georgia fans kind of negate what the defense meant to that team. And this is where Mike raises all hell about when it comes to Stetson Bennett is because everybody gives Stetson Bennett all the credit and negate what the defense had done. I remember where Brock Bowers had 130-some yards on 2 catches against Georgia Tech. We have a chance in that game. That was the same. I think they said that was the same year that Georgia defense averaged giving up 7.5 points per game.
Points per game. It was 7.5 points per game. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nobody talks about that's one of the greatest college defenses of all time. One of, not the, but they one of. Mm-hmm. It's like, and these are the things. That's why I get upset. It's not so much like Stetson Bennett. It's just like y'all totally disregarding the greatness of that team. This is one of the greatest college football teams ever assembled by Kirby Smart. In this day and age, when everything is offensively dominated, it's like he's still like these teams are not even scoring 10 points on Georgia half the damn game.
But it was so bad that do you know why Georgia really went back to back? Because the second stringers from the year before had more playing time than the starters.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. And you asked the question too. You said, "When have you ever seen Stetson Bennett take over a game?" I remember the very last game against Georgia Tech. They asked Stetson Bennett to take over the game. They took the ball out of his motherfucking hand and gave it to the running back.
Yeah.
Because I remember the Georgia fans damn near on suicide watch that game because they couldn't put us away until you ran the damn ball.
Mm-hmm.
Ask yourself this question. When Georgia whooped the dog shit out of TCU, what did they do? They ran the damn ball.
Because he almost gave it up. He almost gave the game up. Never mind. I'm not even going to
play defense. So, like you said, when you're speaking on Stetson Bennett, like I said, you can appreciate the fact that he was part of that back-to-back run with the Georgia Bulldogs. But the problem is you cannot negate what that defense, the staple of that team was its defense and that run game. You can't negate that. No matter how hard y'all try, y'all can't do that. And this is where like you said, and Michael all in the chat always make fun of me for being a Tech fan, but as me looking from the outside in, I see a lot. I see a lot of these conversations like this. You know why Georgia didn't win the national title against Alabama? because they got away from what they did best.
Mm-hmm. Just saying,
This is why when we talk about this Atlanta Falcon football team, this is the staple of Georgia sports. You run the football, you play defense. As Don would tell you as a Michigan fan, they run the football, they play defense.
Mm-hmm. That's why Michigan is back in the title picture right now, because they focus on running the ball and playing solid defense.
Mm-hmm. So, like I said, man, like I said, you just got to show appreciation. Like I said, everybody played a key part into that, and that's what we're looking for with the Atlanta Falcons. Everybody being a part of the team. It's not about having the superstar at this one position and having another superstar at this position. If they become the superstars, that's fine. But the thing about it is you have to have a team concept. This is what the Atlanta Falcons is about. This is what AFN is about. Everybody plays a part in the card. It ain't Mad Mike Sports and the rest of them, as y'all think it is.
It really is not.
Hey, look. I tell y'all like this. Yeah, Georgia Tech may suck compared to Georgia, but guess what? I'll never run from it. Me and the other 7 people in the state of Georgia. We ain't running from it.
Not 7. I do support. I do support Tech. All right. I'm not gonna say I don't support Tech. I do. I ain't like them other Georgia fans like that. How you gonna hate their own state? That's another thing that I don't. Never mind. No, that's a whole another subject. But it is what it is.
I just say it like this. It's kind of funny how y'all rep Atlanta and the University of Georgia ain't even Atlanta. But we're gonna leave it at that. I'm about to say y'all repping the wrong A, ain't you? You repping the wrong A. Y'all need to be talking about not ATL. That should be Athens, ho. That's y'all A. But we're gonna end the show on that note right there.
Wow. He really did that. He really did.
Hey, at least, like I said, hey, we in the heart of the city.
We in the city with it
with us. Y'all in the sundown town. So yeah, so hey, it is what it is. But we appreciate everybody tuning in.
Wow. I used to work in Athens, so I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna just let it go. You not telling no lies, but I feel some type of way.
I used to every blue moon run my route up there in Athens. Yeah, you don't want no parts of that shit after a certain period of time. But
oh hell, anime for said read her comment.
She talking about her comment talking about Tech sucks. Like I said, I ain't worried. I ain't worried about her. And the better make sure the cookie, cakes, and pies is ready.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
But Fred Buzz with the $2 super chat said,
No. Hey man.
Oh, look. He said, no, not the other one. What the hell is she talking about? Oh, she said it's Maggie, Miss Maggie and them. Bullshit. You get your ass on here then.
Miss Maggie and them. If you don't get on somewhere with that. Miss Maggie and them.
It's Miss Maggie and the Temptation.
Ain't nobody come to see you, old Tisha. Oh Lord.
Man. Y'all crazy, boy.
But yeah, like I said, we about to get up on out of here, man. We definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. Hey, like
those questions. Leave those questions on either one of our. You can go head over to the Heavy Hitters channel and leave a question over there. It doesn't have to be Atlanta Falcons related. We're doing all NFL takes. And in fact, I'm gonna do my take on Anthony Richardson, and I'm gonna have that up. I got something to say about that. That's gonna be pretty good. So head over to that channel. We're gonna start giving some NFL takes over there. Also, it's like I said, wrestling fans too. Mad Mike Sports. Just let me know if y'all want our takes on quite a few things. Don't just Atlanta Falcons. It could be just like hell. We might even do some content on Mr. Donald J. Trump. You never know, all right? Mr. 40 count himself. Yeah, we might do something. No, I'm just bullshitting. I just had to throw that out there. I just had to throw that. I just had to throw that. That was a cheap shot. That was a real cheap shot.
Look, I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna be honest with you on that, and we ended the show. I'm gonna be honest with you on that. They wait till now to do it. Should tell you everything you need to know about what it's all about.
Yeah.
They're so afraid of this man. They so afraid of this man running. They try to throw his ass in jail before
he's gonna tell on them. Donald Trump is straight line. He's gonna tell on everybody. That's why they scared. That's the reason why they want him down, because he's gonna tell on everybody. That man, look, that boy's a snitch. That boy is a snitch. He gonna snitch on everybody.
Shit, hey, look, it's gonna this shit's gonna be hilarious. So
till
next time,
bro, that man finna tell on everybody. It gonna get good. I'm talking about good. It gonna be hot, bro.
Why you think they throwing Rico at it? They trying to hush him.
They trying to hush it, boy. They don't want him running nothing.
That man finna snitch on everybody. He telling on everybody. You see all the rest of them about to tell. All the rest of them about to tell too. They telling. They running and telling everything. Boy, look, that's a whole nother subject, y'all. But like I said, if y'all want our takes on things, man, we this is the time to do it. We not just gonna be solely, Falcons content. We can get to some real topics. That's the whole point of even I'm about to say lust exchange, but champagne confession, right? That's the whole point of that. We want to start talking about, a number of things, but hit that subscribe button.
And as we always say around here, we ain't here to play. So y'all about to make me mess the whole damn thing up. I'm just look. Like I said, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, man, just know. I'm just letting everybody know right now. You better count on you better count on the people you trust the most right now, because the way that this country is about to go, if you ain't got a team,
right,
you through. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no,
we here to stay.
Oh yeah, dig it.
You ain't got to go home,
but you got to get the hell out of here. Oh yeah.
And hopefully in the next presidential election, they ain't sending the $1.20 billion to a country we ain't got nothing to do with.
But we ain't gonna talk about that part.
We ain't gonna talk about that. Wow, D. Coleman, we not gonna talk about. We dang sure ain't talking about that.
Oh no.
Hey, shit.